G'day guys, today's tutorial is based on how to remove a background in an image with Photoshop. Something like this to this. So I've opened up two images in Photoshop. Now, the first thing you have to do with any Photoshop and everything else is actually, okay, we've zoomed in, unfortunately. Stupid idea there. Up the top left here, step one, go to File, Open, and then you find your images. Okay, so we've found the images that I want. I've already opened them up. They're both in there. So I'm going to put this bird, I'm going to remove the background, and then later on I'm going to put it into this hand. But anyway, what we're doing at this stage, we're just removing a background. Excuse me. Okay, we've opened up the image. There's nothing much you can do with the image at this stage. I mean, if you want, you can draw on it and do stuff like that, that's fine. But what we're doing, we're going to remove the background. Now, there's different ways of doing this. Lots of different ways of removing the background. I won't mix you up and go into all those details. It's just too much, too involved. So, right, the first thing with Photoshop, you've got what they call on the right-hand side here, you've got this panel here, which is called layers. Okay, now layers is your image, is the background. If you put another layer in there, which is on the bottom here, you've got these items here. That one there is open, create a new layer. See as it comes out there, create a new layer, and you click on it, and straight away you got a new layer. But there's nothing on that. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll go back, so I'll go edit, undo new layer. Okay, on the layers, these are the things that you work with Photoshop a great deal. They're very important. It's basically like a layer upon a layer upon a layer. Just imagine if you've got a whole lot of photos and you put them on top of each other. That's basically what layers are. Okay. So what we're going to do here, we're going to duplicate this photo. In other words, we're going to duplicate the actual layer up here. So we can right-click this, right-click and click, and go to duplicate layer, just there. Alright. And you can name it if you want to, background copy. I'm just going to type in copy pick. Okay. Hit OK. Okay, so you got it twice here. Okay. On the left hand side of the layers, you got the little eyeball. If you click on that, it gets rid of the layer. You can't see it. I get to do it on this one, nothing. See? So you click it on, click it on. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to unclick the background layer. So when I do something with this layer here, the copy pick, when I do something with that, like if I want to remove the background, you won't see anything because this one's not clicked. Okay. So, but before you do it, see how it's got this one highlighted? You've got to highlight this one, the one you're working on. Otherwise, nothing will happen. Alright, now there's different ways. This is the basic way. Any version of Photoshop, you can do it this way. Don't forget about the one that I'm using. I'm using the newest one, and it's got all these little tricks and tips, and the computer does it for you. But this will work on any Adobe Photoshop version, all the old ones, okay? So we're going to get the zoom tool on the left here, okay? Now we're going to click. You want to click in very close to the picture, okay? Now with space bar, if you hold the space bar down, see the hand coming up there? That means you can move the picture around with the cursor. So you hold the space bar down and you can move the picture, okay? Now, the next thing we're going to do, to remove the background, we're going to use what they call the lasso tool. Now there's three different types there, but they're all different versions of Photoshop use different ones. Alright, so now we've got the lasso tool. So I'm just going to click on the photo and drag, copy around like that. Okay. Let's go do that little section. And you don't let go, because as soon as you let go, that's what happens. So we won't do that. We'll do it again. And I'll go up into the background and let go. Now I want to delete that. So you go to Edit, Cut. See? Straight away, that's the background. That's this one. So if I click on it, you'll see it again. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to go right around the whole entire photo with this, doing this. Okay, it's very slow. By all means, when you're watching this video, hopefully you've got Photoshop up and running at the same time when you're doing it. Just pause the video when you get to a stage like this and say, okay, I'll pause the video now and I'll try it on Photoshop. That's your best way. Now another trick, when you're moving the picture, because we're zoomed in here and it's very hard, we're going to run out of room soon. So what we do, instead of zooming out, because you want to get in close so you can see the edge and everything else, all these details. So I'm going to hit the space bar again, I'm going to move the image like that. Now if I wanted to rotate the image, okay, hold down the R key and you can push the cursor, put the cursor on there and you can move it left, move it right. Okay, so there we go. Space bar, go back down again, and we're going to go right around the whole entire image here. Just got to make sure it's like colouring in. Cut. So I'm not going to use any keyboard shortcuts and stuff like this about how to do things. Just keep it very simple. Cut. Alright, we're going to go right around underneath his chin, right down like this. So if you want to, just give it a go right now while I'm doing this and go through this process. I'll just make this a little bit quicker on the video. I might even just go fast forward a little bit here. Okay guys, now we've gone right around the whole entire image with the lasso tool. We're going to use the zoom tool again, and you got to right click the mouse with the zoom and you go fit on screen, or you can zoom in, you can zoom out. So you right click the cursor with the zoom. Hold down the R key and then we can move the image around. Right. Get that nice and straight. Hang on. It doesn't look like we've done much, but we've actually removed the background in great detail there. So now what we're going to do, we're going to get the lasso tool again, and we're going to go inside this area here, inside the area that we've already removed the background. We're going to go inside there and just go a little bit wider to get rid of the other background. We just keep on going around like this, and don't forget, when you're using the lasso tool like this, if you go from this to there and you let go, that is a perfectly straight line. Okay, so if I go from here, I'm looking at this area here. I'll zoom in. So I'm looking at this area here, right? I go from there to there really quickly. I don't want to, because if I'd use the mouse, it would go like that, so it's no good. So you click down there, get rid of that background like that, and let go. See that straight line? Okay, cut. We're just going to go around the image and do it a lot bigger type of thing. Remove all the background that way. Okay. zooming out. Now we're going to go right to the very edge of the actual picture, and automatically just goes right to the very edge and deletes all that. So now we're getting there. Edit, cut. Very fine. Go around like that. Let go. Edit, cut. A little piece in there. Edit, cut. Now this is very time consuming. The newer versions of Photoshop, I'll do in another video. It's so easy. I mean, you just click on this tool or click on that tool and bang, voila, it's done within seconds. But it's not always, because you rely on the computer to do it, it's not always the best. It leaves things out or misses things, or it takes off bits and pieces and stuff like that. Okay, so now we've removed the background. What we can do now, on the top left here, you've got the crisscross, which is the move tool. Click on that, and automatically you get a transformation box that comes up. Okay, and you can move the image wherever you want, and there's no background. So that's the basics on how to remove a background in Photoshop. Now, what we're going to be doing now, we're going to get this pic, and we're going to put it into this hand. The hand's not the right position. Anyway, so with this picture, we've still got the background here. Remember the background, the original one? We click the eye on the left, it's still there. We've got two. See? We click on the top picture, and we've got the move tool. If we click on that, we can move him around. Look at that. Awesome. Alright, so we'll get rid of that one. Alright, for this, now what we're going to do, we're going to copy it. Actually, it'd be easy if we go select all, edit, copy. So you got that. Now go to the other pitch that you've got and go edit, paste. Voila! I mean, look at the edges. I didn't do a really good job there. I didn't go around it. But if you're going to take your time doing it, yeah, fair enough. You go right into those details. But we can do that later on with this image as well. If you don't have the version of Photoshop you have, doesn't have this big blue line right around it, which is the transformation tool. If you don't have that, you go to Edit, you come down to Transform, which is down here, and then you can go to Scale. Now, scale, all that is basically is transforming the picture to whatever size you want. Top left hand corner or the top right hand corner, whatever corner you want, you click on it, see the little arrow, you click on it and drag inwards. Doesn't matter if you drag down, it's all going to go in proportion. Now, there's another way of fixing it later on, but we won't go into those details. So we put the bird there like that. Okay, you don't have to hit enter and all those type of things. You don't have to do all that type of stuff. Now, because this bird's quite small, we're just going to go ahead with it like this. I mean, it just doesn't look right, the right size. The bird should be about that big compared to the hand. But just for this Photoshop tutorial, we're going to stick to it like this. Alright, now if you want to get out of all that, you just click on the background. That's it. Don't forget, hit the space bar, and all the images, all the layers here are all locked together when you move it. Okay, so you can move the whole image. Alright, what we're going to do, we're going to duplicate the back layer, this one. Remember before, we right click the layer here on the right, right click, duplicate layer, and we're not going to call it anything, we're just going to leave it like that. That's fine. Alright, now we can move that around. As long as we've got it clicked, we go to the move tool, click on the image, and we can move that. So we'll move that down a bit. Alright, that'll do. Make the bird a little bit bigger. I'm just going to reposition this backline as well. Put it down a bit further. Get rid of that backline. Alright. So now we've got the bird sitting on the hand. Now I've got the zoom tool. I'm going to right click, fit on screen. Okay, I want to see it bigger, so I'm going to go right click, zoom out. So I'm not using any keyboard shortcuts doing this. Alright, now if you wanted to go further with this pick, which we're not really going to do that, but you know what, for the sake of it, yeah, I'll do it. So the bird, his wing here, should be behind that finger. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on the background, that's the hand, the pinky finger. Use the lasso tool again. I'm just going to select around the finger, like that, because I'm going to copy that and paste it. So if I go to edit, copy, not cut, copy. Now click on the bird layer. Well, I see the lasso is still going on in here. Edit, paste. Look at that. So now I've got a new layer. Now, if I zoom in, right in here, you can see that because I've selected not just like going around the little finger, I've selected the whole area. I've got this area. So all I'm going to do now, while I've got it selected, it's the one that I pasted, go around the finger, basically wherever the wing's going to be, like that. Select it, edit, cut. There we go, it looks a bit more realistic now. Now we're going to get the zoom tool, right click, screen, fit on screen. So, with the background, because it's transparent still, I'm just going to hit on a new layer on the right here. And I'm going to use the paint fill tool, this one, the paint bucket, on the left here. Click on that. And on the bottom is the color. So it says select background color, foreground color. Don't worry about all that stuff. It's just the one at the front, white. So that's the color I want. I mean, if you click on it, you can click any color you want to change the background. I'll select white because the rest of the hand's white. And you just click. That's it. If you want to sample this color here, to see how it's a little bit grayish white, if you want to sample that, got the eyedropper tool here on the left. Eyedropper tool. And you click on the colour, straight away it comes up here. Now I'm going to go back to the paint bucket tool and I'll click on that. See? Exactly the right colour, same colour. So anyway guys, that's basically how to remove a background, plus a bit of a bonus, pasting the photo onto another background. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this will help you guys, and hopefully it's good information for a lot of people that are just starting out with Photoshop. Don't be scared. It's not hard. It's easy to do. Thanks for watching. Cheers.